It's like Annette the bartender here. So it's 7:24 in the morning, but I'm going to be mixing something up with bourbon. I don't know a lot about bourbon, but I'm going to learn a lot because the world's first female master bourbon taster joins us this morning. Welcome from Louisville, Kentucky, Peggy Noe Stevens. Good morning to you.
Well, good morning to you. And hey, this is the breakfast of champions, having a little whiskey in the morning.
Hey, duty calls, right?
Duty calls. And I didn't know how much you knew about the old fashioned that we're going to make today.
Okay, I have enjoyed old fashions, but I don't know how they're made. So I'm going to make one.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely. And the beauty of an old fashioned, it kind of stands right next to the mint julep that we're so famous for, but actually is more approachable and friendly, and people like the flavors a little bit better. So the reason I think that people like it is because it takes the most simple ingredients and then the most complex flavors when you're sipping it. So are you ready to go?
I am ready to go. Teach me.
All right. All right. So where we're going to start is, if you have your glass, we're going to add a little bit of what we call simple syrup.
Okay.
Now, simple syrup comes in different shapes and sizes. You can use sugar cubes, which I have here. They could be white sugar cubes, brown sugar cubes, or you can make your own simple syrup by adding a cup of sugar, a cup of water, and boiling it and then cooling it. But if you really want it easy, we have some bottled simple syrup that you can just buy at a local retailer.
And that's what I got here from Dillon's.
Yeah. Good. And so you're just going to add about a ½ ounce of sugar.
Okay, where is
the sugar water or
find
simple
a
syrup?
Half. Okay. Half ounce here.
Just a little splash, and you can dial it up or dial it down depending on how sweet you like the drink. And then we add just a quarter of an orange and drop it right in there, and a cherry. And you always want to make sure that you take the stem off, or it's going to be a little bit bitter.
Okay.
And drop that right in the glass. So you just have it kind of floating at this point until you add the famous muddler. And a muddler is used actually to macerate or marry the flavors together. The trick, though, behind it is that when you push down on the cherry, you just want to break it a little bit to let some of that cherry extract out.
Okay, so I don't have a muddler, but I know what a muddler
is. You can use a spoon.
That's what I'm trying to do, is a very big
kitchen spoon. Okay. Absolutely, it works just as well. I just happen to have, of course, being from Kentucky, my horsehead muddler that I pull out.
Of course you do. Of course you do.
Like this.
It's a staple in every Kentucky kitchen, right?
You got to have it. You know, it's just what you have to have. But when you push down on the orange, what you want to avoid is the rind of the orange. So just kind of push on the pulp. And then once you feel like you've got some of those good juices going, then you have to add a little bit of what we call bitters. And bitters is like adding salt to the soup. Now, you can add Angostura, which is probably one of the most famous bitters that adds a little bit of a spice note to it. You know, personally, and I just wanted to pass this along, I love orange bitters. They come in all different kinds of flavors. And I like to add about 3 dashes of orange, but I know you're going to add the Angostura today, just to taste a true, authentic old-fashioned. And then just give that a little bit of a stir, just to push those together before we add what I call the magic, which is the bourbon, of course. And today,
actually, we've run out of time. So how much bourbon am I putting in here?
Just 2 ounces, and you are complete.
Okay, I'm just going to eye it here. And I am complete.
You are complete. You can just add a little garnish if you like, and drop it in the glass.
Do I put ice in?
And ice is 1 block of ice.
Got it.
Because you don't need much. You don't want it to dilute too much.
Okay. Cheers to you.
Cheers to you.
Thank you, Peggy.
Enjoy.
We'll find out more about bourbon at our website. Oh, I made it strong. Oh.